compact takedown survival bow that fits right into your backpack. This is it. This is the whole bow. And compact arrows that break down. Let's take a peek. So Survival Archery Systems, or SAS, or SAS. I'm not sure which they prefer, whether it be SAS or SAS, but that is the name of the company, and this is the Scout Takedown Survival Bow. Lightweight, aluminum, really good limbs, and they have collapsible arrows. The overall setup of this bow is very, very simple. Arrows they sell on their website are breakdown. They unscrew in the middle, and they pack down next to nothing. So the upper part of the shaft unscrews from the lower part of the shaft, and breaks down to just that right there. I'm not a person who does it consistently. I'm not religious with it. I don't hunt that way. I hunt with a compound bow, but I do shoot recurve, and I have had some experience, but not a lot. And it's gonna take some practice to find out the holdover points of this bow and get my anchor points as I draw back. And once I get that down, I'll start pulling the bow back even further and putting more poundage behind those arrows and let them scream down range. With enough poundage and with a good broadhead, you probably could be able to use this on a deer. Now, I don't recommend that. I'm not sure what they recommend on their website, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm a firm believer in, if you have good technology, use it. And with compound bows nowadays, screaming arrows down range at a high rate of speed with very heavy grain weights, I don't see the point in potentially risking wounding an animal. I personally want that animal dead as fast as possible in archery season, and I'm gonna use a compound bow for that. But for a survival situation and using this bow to get small game if you need to, and even potentially deer and other game like it, with a good broadhead on the end of these arrows, it's definitely got potential. For survival bow and lightweight and packs down to next to nothing, it's hard to beat. Very well made, really cool and rugged. It's no pomp and circumstance. There's no flashy logos on it. There's no flashy, engraving or anything like that. It's just a solid tank that's meant to be durable and survive, to allow you to survive. Once you get this bow, obviously it'll be all compact. It's very easy. You put the upper limb into the section and you put the lower limb into that section, and there's a little viewing window right here that shows if that limb is far enough in. If you don't see the limb in that viewing window, you haven't pushed it in far enough. You got to make sure to do that. You do that with both ends. So let me show you how quick it is to break this down. Do a step through technique. You put the lower limb onto your foot, that way it's not digging into the dirt. You bend the upper limb down, you remove your bow string, you step back out of the bow, and right there, the lower limb already fell out, and then the lower limb is on the bottom of the bow string. Take the bow string off of that, just like that. Cord this up however you want to. I like to put it right into the frame of the bow because there's a little opening in the front. I use a regular Night Eyes twist tie, and I just wrap this around the bow and the limbs. To put this bow together, it's very simple. Unwind it. This is your grip. You slide these into the bow, so you be shooting this direction. You want to have the little notch point at the top of this arrow facing down and back towards you. So you push this into the upper portion. Now on the lower limb, you want to make sure that little knock at the bottom is facing up and towards you for the lower limb, and that fits into the frame just like that. A little loop over top of the limb. Make sure that's snug. Do the step through technique, so you put your leg through and you put the lower limb on your foot. You pull this back, you slide your bowstring over top, fits into that knock, and you're good to go. So a huge shout out to rebelscreed.com. They are a huge supporter of my outdoor channel. Rebelscreed.com is a patriotic apparel company making all sorts of good patriotic gear for you guys to voice your thoughts on your t-shirts or a hat and be able to piss off some weirdos out there nowadays. Go check them out. They support the channel. They help out a lot, and I want to support them as well. Rebelscreed.com. Just knock your arrow on there. I like to have the fletching to where it's most open on the right side. That way, as it passes through, it's not hitting the frame of the survival bow itself. But I do 2 under, 1 over top. And once again, I am far from an expert. I do it recreationally. I don't do it for hunting. I do it just for fun, and I'm not great. So bear with me. I've only used this bow a handful of times, and I absolutely love it. I'm enjoying the heck out of it, but I need to practice a lot more. So be gentle in the comment section. I'm still trying to find an aiming point, so bear with me. But either way, as far as you want to draw back, it gives you more power. Obviously, the further you can draw back, this bow is meant for a decent amount of poundage, and it definitely puts out a good amount of speed. See if I can get somewhere near the center. A little high and right. I got to fine tune that, that's for sure. Knocked another one on. A little bit low and right. Fine tuning. It's all about practice. It's all about practice. A little bit left, over-calculated. And obviously I'm not fully drawing back and really stretching its limits yet. I just want to get a good positioning on this bow and get a good anchor point and actually land my shots accurately before I start really yanking this bow back. Not proud of this group, but it'll get better. Yeah, a little wonky. Target's moving on me a little bit, but first shot, second shot, third shot, I need to hone it in. I'm aiming here, so that's horrible, horrible group, but I'll get better. Just make sure to check these arrows. You'll hear them kind of have a little bit of a metal tinny sound to them. That means the arrows themselves are kind of coming in screwed, and you want to check those things. You don't want your arrow, you know, coming undone mid-flight. You're not going to get a good shot that way. Let's get a little more pepper behind it. Oh, that's my bad. All right, here we go. That's better. A little more pepper behind it. I think I'm releasing poorly too. I'm trying to Legolas it from Lord of the Rings, which is a horrible way of shooting a bow. Arrows are pretty damn durable. I've shot them into logs, trees, sticks on the ground, dirt. Hasn't hit a rock yet, so we'll see how that goes. Right about there. Still high. Let's try it again. Still overcorrecting. It's got some pepper on it though. This bow can put off some steam. Let's go a little bit harder, a little bit heavier on that draw. Yeah, that's got a little bit more pepper behind it. Okay, let's do another set of 3. See if I can improve that accuracy a little bit and slow my pace down. Okay, that. I wanted my practice and experience with this bow to be on camera. I didn't want to get proficient with it and then me go like, oh yeah, it's perfect. It's going to take some time for you as well. That's better. That's better. All right, let's not screw up this slightly better group. See if I can do it better with this one. Slightly low. It's getting better. I'm gonna do another set of 3. Definitely getting better. Definitely getting better. I'm honing it in little by little. I need to get that holdover point. And what they say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, and I'm hardly practicing perfect right now. I'm kind of just slinging arrows, but at least I'm getting a better idea of where my holdover point is. Let's do another set of 3 real fast. Sun's in the face. Oh, that's better. See if I can repeat that. Come on, come on, come on now, touch me, baby. My release is rough, I can feel it. I'm not releasing very well, I'm rushing my shot. Okay, see if I can get another one in there. Target's turning on me. Hey, bullseye, all right. See, with enough practice, it's gonna get better and better and better. These are probably my most arrows I've sent out of this bow so far. I'm liking it. This thing's fun. A whole lot of fun. And that group is a lot better. It's coming together pretty quick. It's gonna get better and better. And the more I practice with this, the more I'm gonna be able to have confidence in drawing back as hard as I can, getting full extension, and practice more of my release, because my release is crap right now. I can feel it. I don't like using finger tabs. I should use them though, but I like to get a little bit of callus, so I like to get used to doing it, you know, without it, because in a survival situation, you may not have that tab. And it's one extra thing you can forget, which I don't want to practice with. But arrows are sturdy. I like these a lot. I want to try these out in ballistics gel with a broadhead. See how much penetration these can actually get from this bow. If you like that idea, let me know in the comment section, especially with my high-speed camera with arrows in flight. Much more archery things to come here on my outdoor channel. Stay tuned. Make sure to hit subscribe on GY6 Outdoors here on YouTube. Links are in the description. Come say hi on Instagram at GY6 Outdoors, and let me know other ideas you may have. And also, experts out there, critique the hell out of me in the comment section. Let me know. There's a ton of things I'm doing wrong, and I would love to have constructive criticism to get better and to practice more. So I'll see you guys next time. Later.